All right. How you guys doing? We are live right here in the Elite Marketing Academy TNT, right? Tuesday night trainings. And welcome everybody. My name is Nestor Nidome, also better known in the social media platform area as the MakeMoneyFromHomeDad.com, right? The Make Money from Home Dad. And you know what? I'm excited for today. I'm excited for the announcements that we are going to be having. If you're a part of the academy already, if you're a cadet, you know what? I want you to comment on the bottom and say, hey, yeah, I'm excited about everything. Everything's gonna be great, right? If you're still not a part of the cadet, you know what? It's so simple to become a part of the Elite Marketing Academy by just joining us in our Facebook group. There's a button underneath this video right here on this page that you're more than welcome throughout this whole presentation for you to be able to just make a decision and click the button below, right? But with that, my friends, you know what? I want to welcome you. Today is an exciting day. We've been just kind of masterminding, right? Terrence and I, we've been masterminding about the future of the cadets, the future of this academy, where we want to take it. And, we want to be able to have our cadets get results, right? We want to be, that's kind of where we come from, right? A little bit, because when I got started in this industry, I was very excited, like most of you guys, right? I normally come from the brick and mortar business, right? The last business I owned was a restaurant where I was working basically 70 hours, 70 hours a week, and it was tiring. It was very, very enslaving, right? I felt like a slave in my own restaurant, right? It was great and all, and I was very proud of it, but still, it was kind of like, being enslaved in that restaurant. And so what I wanted really to do was be able to find a way to be able to work from home. So I started to kind of see things, right, making sure how can I do this stuff, and I started to search online for ways to make money. And all of a sudden, I started to see how these online marketers were marketing products, right? Affiliate programs and stuff like that. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and give it a try. I mean, this sounds pretty cool, right? And so when I delved into it, I thought that it was gonna be like the real world, right? I'm not trying to say all this stuff to impress you or anything like that, right? Because it's not really impressive. But I also have a degree in psychology and a minor in business and all that stuff, right? So the reason I say about the restaurant and the degree and everything is because I come from a world in which most people know this world, right? Most people are in this world where we go somewhere, they teach us what we need to do, and then we go out there and do it, right? So when I go to school, if there's no confusion, right? I mean, I go to class, sometimes I'll get it, sometimes I don't. And the only reason I might fail the class, right? Somebody might fail the class, is because they're not paying attention, right? They're not attending the course, right? Or they're not paying attention, or they're not implementing what they need to implement, right? And those are the only reasons, right? But if you really want this, right? If you really want this, if you really want to succeed, then you go to class, right? You attend that course, and you take action on what they're saying, on what the instructor is telling you to do, and then you go out there and do it, right? I also remember when I was in Pizza Hut, right? Part of my journey was I went to Pizza Hut because I heard that they had one of the best managerial training programs out there, right? And so here it is, right? This managerial program, the first one was to become a shift manager, right? And then the next step was to become a general manager. So, but this one, the shift manager, I remember it was several weeks, right? It was several weeks that I had to, go through it was about how many books? It was like about 26 books, 16 books or something like that. I don't remember exactly how many books. It was such a long time ago, but let's say it was like about 16 little booklets that we were going through, and we were getting what a shift manager does in order to successfully run the restaurant, right? Some of them was about how do you handle customers, right? How do you handle employees? How do you run the whole thing? How does this work? How to do this, that? But it was a specific pattern, right, that you followed in order for you to be able, once you graduate from that course, you would successfully be able to stay there by yourself and be able to manage employees, right? When the general manager left, I was able to run, be there and run the restaurant, right? I mean, now I had my manager shirt and my tie and everything, and I was a shift manager, right? And then once I became when they sent me to general manager, That was like a longer course, right? It was like it had a lot more books, and it had a lot more information, and we actually had to take way more classes, right? And it took about a month or 2 months. I don't remember exactly how long it was, but I remember it was a longer course, right? More in depth. But by the end of that program, guess what? I was ready, right? There was no question about it. I was ready to run a whole restaurant by myself now. Now I was able to hire and fire. Actually, they taught you that in when you become a shift manager. But as a general manager, you'll be able to train and do these things and all that stuff, right? So one of the things that they also taught us is they certified us to become certified trainers for Pizza Hut, right? So when the employees will come in, we will be able to train them, right? And a new employee will come in, and we will go through a certain training, because we wanted them to know what they needed to do, right? We don't want them to be trying to figure things out on their own, right? That's what we don't want to be like, okay, go to the go to the kitchen, and there's a pepperoni, and there's the dough. Create some pizzas, right? No, we want to go step by step, teach them exactly what to do. So when I open up my own restaurant, of course that's the same steps that I follow. Right now, I was the owner of my own restaurant. I had to create everything from scratch, right? So I created the training programs. I created everything. When employees will come in, when I will hire them, I was training them, right, through the programs that I basically emulated from Pizza Hut, right? So I knew how to train, and how to get these people to very quickly know exactly what they needed to do, right? So when I came into the online world, I thought that that's how it was, right? I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, don't you figure, right, when you go into the home business, right? Even the home business opportunity, right? When you go into the, let's say, MLM, network marketing, affiliate programs, right? You figure that, that the company or somehow they're going to have like a well-developed training system of how to do that. But here's the thing. Here's something that I'm just kind of like figuring. And this is something it just came to me, and now I'm understanding this industry a little bit better, and it's because if the company itself trains you and says, okay, you need to do this and this, and this is how you do it, in a way you're basically their employee, right? And they can do a 1099 on you, right? Because as a 1099, you're an independent contractor, and it states as an independent contractor that the company cannot tell you how to do your job, basically, right? They can't tell you how to do your job, right? And so that's kind of like where we have a dilemma, right? Because you come into a network marketing company, and coming from a place like you're from a job, all of a sudden you go into the network marketing company, and you just from one day to another became an entrepreneur. From one day to another you become a salesperson, right? From one day to another you're expected to start going out there and sell, and the only thing that they can tell you is like, well, go out there and look for people. Go out there and look for people, right? But they're never specific, right? And they might give you some taglines. They might say, well, we'll say this or say that, right? Maybe your upline kind of teaches you how to do that. So this whole industry is being taught by the next person who's successful, right? So what I mean is that it doesn't have a structure like the companies out there, right? It's being trained by somebody who spent 20 years figuring it out, right? Until they finally figured it out, and they were able to make millions of dollars or something like that. Sorry about that, my friends. My daughter is right here, but you know what? And so it's kind of like, so then they come in, somebody who's really not trained. Sorry about that, my friends. She's being a little cranky right now. I think I'm gonna have to change her diaper really quick. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry. It's okay. So you know what? Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. If you're watching the recording, just fast forward, okay? If not, then just wait for just 1 second. Let me check really quick the comments. Leave me a comment, guys, if you're here. I'll be right back. If somebody asks, I'll be right back. Okay, let me go change my daughter's diaper. I do work from home, right? And I'm here. Give me just 1 second. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. She needed a diaper change, but you know what? That's that's how it is when you work out from home. So what I'm trying to say is that you know you have somebody who was an employee beforehand, was a doctor, a lawyer, was a plumber, was a some sort of like a teacher or something. Maybe a teacher will be will do good in this industry, but they come in, they struggle for a lot of years. Most network marketers struggle for a lot of years. They don't get it, right? That's why they tell you 2 to 5 years, right? Because it takes you 2 to 5 years to really understand and develop the skills for you to be able to go out there and make it happen, right? On your own. On your own. With the Elite Marketing Academy that we can change this, okay? So comment below. Put a comment out there if you're excited to hear this information about how we're going to change this industry. So it takes them that long, right? In anything. And once they become successful, then they start to figure out, they're like, well, how can I teach this, my team? How can I teach my team so that this can replicate with them, right? And the only way they can do it is that by basically, teaching them some, kind of trying to replicate what happened to them as success, right? What they said when they were out there, saying, well, bring him to me, I'll talk to Sorry, guys. My internet totally got disconnected. I totally apologize for this, all these inconveniences right here, right, guys. But I'm back again. So what I'm trying to say is that now you have somebody who, yeah, they have success. Yeah, they've made money. But here's the truth. Here's the truth of the matter, is that only because they made money doesn't mean they know how to teach you how to make money. All right, you have a better chance. Don't get me wrong. You have a better chance from learning from somebody who made money than somebody who hasn't made money, right? But the truth is that they 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 don't sometimes they don't realize how they made their money. So what they're doing is that they start to mentor you, right? And start to tell you things and tell you to take action and take massive action and go out there and talk to people because that's what they did and this and that. But they don't really fully understand what happened, right? So they gotta keep you motivated by hyping you up. They gotta keep you, they gotta keep you motivated and stuff like that. And so that kind of creates a lot of confusion with the people, and this is why it's taking 2 to 5 years for somebody to succeed, right? This is why it's taking 2 to 5 years for somebody to succeed, because you have to finally get it on your own. You must finally get it on your own in order for you to succeed in this industry. All right, it doesn't. You might want you start as the more you hang out with those people, right? The more you hang out with successful people, the more you start to your subconscious mind starts to kind of grab the right information. But you have to kind of go through error through error and error, and does this work? It doesn't work, right? Trial and error, right? So what's going on is that it's taking too long, right? It's just taking too dang long for something to work, right? That's what happened to me, right? I come from succeeding, on the outside world, right? Doing my own restaurant, having several businesses, that success, that I had success out there. I come into the online world. I'm waiting for this training, and I get sucked into the hype. That's the truth. I got sucked into the hype. The whole, we can get rich, right? We can get rich and this and that. And I got sucked into the, it doesn't, you can get rich with basically doing nothing. You know what I'm talking about? And so I spent after I got in, I spent the next 3 years trying to figure it out, like everybody else, right? With basically almost nothing of success, until all of a sudden I figured it out. I boom, just like this, I got it, right? I understood it, and what happened is that it wasn't like magic. It just everything started to align, like I'm talking to you, like I'm telling you, everything started to align, right? And also what started to give me success was when the first time I realized kind of this concept was when somebody was nice enough to give me this program where this guy was having success on Craigslist, right? By generating leads from Craigslist. And when I went through this training, he was actually doing it. He did a very great job of explaining exactly what he's doing. He will say, okay, look, you're gonna need these several programs that you're gonna have to purchase, right? You're gonna have to purchase because you gotta do this, and this program does that, right? If you don't purchase them, they're not gonna work, right? So I purchased them, and then he said, okay, once you have them, this is how you're gonna post every day. You're gonna open up 10 accounts. You open up several accounts, and then each one, every account is for a different day, right? You can skip weekends, and then this is how you do this, and this is how you do that, and this is what landing pages you use, and so like he went on step by step telling me exactly what to do, and it didn't take that long. It took longer only because I was kind of lazy to create those 10 accounts, to be honest, right? But once I did it, I mean, it took me like a week to get off my butt and actually take action on that. But then after that, when I went to the training, and I would pause it and I would do it, and I would pause it and I would do what he was talking about. Week I mean, probably I think it was less than that, but let's say it was like a week for me to start generating leads, right? And then all of a sudden, when I got excited because I actually started to generate leads. It took me 2 weeks to start generating daily leads, right? And that's where my little success started to come along, right? And then when the bigger success started to come along was when I started to do the same thing when one of my friends taught me how to do Instagram. He taught me exactly step by step what to do. And guess what? I emulated, I did the same things, I bought the same programs, everything did it, and exactly the same thing happened, right? Right. So there are several people out there who are getting what they're doing, and they teach you step by step what they're doing, and it works. So that's kind of where I was like, why aren't we doing this online? Why are we treating this like a business? I always feel that me coming from a restaurant point of view, I said I would never do this. This is why I was like, how can I really train, right? But at the point I couldn't train my team as well because I really wasn't knowing exactly what I was doing, right? I was still kind of figuring things out. So this is why when I said that, when finally, once I started to get success, right, I was hitting the leaderboards, and all that good stuff in my company, and I was generating success. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm tired of this whole affiliate thing. I'm tired of this stuff. What I'm gonna do from now on, I wanna go back to my roots, which is like creating my own company, right? Being in charge of my own self. And what I love to do is I always love to teach, right? I always love to train, right? That's one of the passions when I was at Pizza Hut, when I was in my restaurant. I always got excited when I was training my employees, when I was training the employees from Pizza Hut. And so I said, you know what? That's who I am. I'm a trainer. I'm a coach. I'm an instructor, right? And so that's kind of what I started to do. And that's when I started to basically understand what I needed. That I needed to create something, and that's when I founded the Elite Marketing Academy. And and I always knew Terrence Freeman, and Terrence Freeman was like, who is a co-founder of Elite Marketing Academy. He felt the same way, and he's had success in his own way. And I say, you know what? Why don't we get together and create something that really works, right? And so the Elite Marketing Academy is being based on that, on being able to create it in a way where when you come in, we're thinking like okay, we're let's say I'm thinking like right here, I'm the instructor, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm the employer, and I'm hiring somebody, right? Let's say I'm hiring you, and you're gonna come in here. How can I, as quickly, as efficiently, and as cost effectively, can I get you to start creating results for us, right? So let's say you're coming in and you're gonna be part of the online marketing, sector or program or something, and you're gonna be creating, leads and sales for us or something, right? How would I train you? Right? How would I train you, right? And that's kind of where the mindset is. And that's what we're doing. We're creating programs and courses that deal in that type of mindset, right? We're not dealing with the whole hypey thing with like where we're hyping you up or anything like that. No, what we really are thinking about is how can we create a course where if you follow it, right? Of course, this is the thing. It's not a promise. Of course, you can't promise anything. It's like in college. College can't promise you're gonna get straight A's, right? It can't promise you're gonna graduate, right? It promises you that the information is there, that the information is sufficiently there so you can get straight A's, so you can graduate, right? But it's the same thing here. The education is gonna be here. You must take the action. You must make the decision to act, to take action. I mean, that's the reality of things, right? To go through the courses and take some notes and study it and pause the video and do what we're talking about. Go out there and implement it, right? And that's what's going to get you results, right? So what we're coming up with right now is we're going to come up with a course. We're going to come up with our right now we have an Elite Marketing Academy. We have our first course, right? It's the introductory course. It's Online Marketing 101. It teaches you the basic of the basics, and it teaches you to create your foundation online, right? There's certain things that you must have in place before you even start to go out in there and market, all right? Before you even start to do something, you must have this stuff in place. But what we're gonna start creating, we're gonna come up with several programs, in the near future. And the first one that we're gonna do is gonna be a course on Instagram, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a course that teaches you step by step how to generate leads from Instagram. Later on, we're gonna do a Craigslist one, but for right now, the next one that's gonna come up is gonna be for Instagram. So if you're excited of this, if you're listening to the recording or you're here live and you like this information, you want to start to generate leads from Instagram, and we're talking about 10 to 15 leads a day from Instagram. Tell me in the comments. Say, yeah, man, I'm excited. I love this information, because the truth is that Instagram is a very powerful. I love Instagram because it's very easy. Instagram and Craigslist are two very easy platforms to start generating leads. And Instagram can be laser targeted to whomever you want, right? Because of hashtags and the way you use them and the messages that you're gonna be able to use, you can laser target whoever that you're looking for. So you gotta have to think about your product. What problem is it solving? And then you think about, okay, who's my target market? See, I know a lot of people get excited about the product, and when you say, who's your target market? Who wants to buy this product? Most people say, everybody wants to buy, no, please don't say that, because not everybody wants your product, and that's the honest truth. Not everybody wants to, maybe everybody should buy your product, but the reality is, not everybody, my daughter got a trip. Not everybody wants to buy your product. That's the reality. But the good news is, if you can still hear me, she's mad now. The good news, if you can still hear me, is that not everybody wants to buy it, but the good news is that right now, in this very instance, there are thousands, maybe even millions of people who are ready to buy your product, who are looking specifically for your product. I mean, just think about it. How many people are looking, they need toothpaste from their bathroom, and they got to go to the store and buy some, right? How many people are at the store right now, at the grocery store, buying products, right? Buying energy drinks, buying, supplements, buying all this stuff. How many millions of people are there right now buying that stuff? How many millions of people are out there right now buying products online? There are transactions going on every single second of the day, 24 hours a day in the internet, from people buying TVs, from people buying all sorts of things, right? So here's the thing. It's the same thing for you. right now in this very instance, there are people who are looking for your specific product. Your specific product. Right now, there are people who are going like this, right? They're going like this, and they're opening up their their wallets, and they're like, man, I'm ready to buy, right? They're taking out their credit cards and they're saying, I want to buy. Where can I enter my credit card information, right? That's the honest truth. That's the honest truth. People right now, they are buying whatever you're selling. Either they're buying it from someone else who's in your company. They're buying it from another company that's not an MLM or it's not an affiliate program or anything like that. But guess what? They are buying it. So your question is, how in the heck can I get in front of the people and the person who is ready to buy right now? That is your target market. That is the target market you should be studying. That is the target market that you should be looking for. What is that person? How, are they female? Are they male? What age range are they right? You little by little. See, that's the stuff that little by little you're gonna study as you go along, as you get better and better in your marketing. But for right now, Instagram, the program that we're gonna start to come up is gonna teach you how to find those people on Instagram who are ready, right? Who are looking for what you have, right? Later on in the future, like I said, we're gonna talk about this stuff. In the future, we're gonna tell you how to do paid advertising, because that, right now there's two things. Either you do it free, but with free, nothing is free. You got to put in the time. It costs money. It costs time when you're doing free advertising, right? But it's free, right? So if you got a couple hours a day, we'll teach you how to do that on Instagram. If you have money, later on in future courses, more advanced courses, we'll teach you how to do PPC, right? Because also like PPC on Facebook or Google PPC, right? Like on Google, people are, imagine this. There are right now, on Google, there are people who are searching, how do I lose weight? Check, 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 check. What's the best, weight loss supplement vitamin that I can buy? Right? They're looking for something. They're looking, it's like, where do I buy this? I want to buy that. They're going to Amazon and looking for stuff, right? They're searching for stuff, right? So if you can be there in front of their eyes, when they have that in their mindset, guess who they're gonna buy it from? From you. You're gonna be the person who they're gonna buy it from. So this is what it's all about marketing. This is why, going out there, this is why it's so difficult for network marketers and affiliate marketers, even real estate agents, right? When you're going out there, that's not your target market. They might be your target market. Maybe in the future they might decide to buy. But guess what? If you're out there, right? If you're out there and you're looking at strangers, how the heck do you know what they want, right? How are you gonna just bump into somebody, or bump into somebody? This is the closest to target marketing that I've heard from network marketers that they say, and I'm not trying to bash that stuff because it works, but it just takes longer time. It just takes a long time to do this, right? But the best thing that I've heard is like, go to the bookstore, and if they're in the business section, that means that they're business minded, and that, you want to, maybe talk to them or something, right? Say, put if you heard about that one, go to the bookstore and talk to that person, right? And say, hey, you know what? You like business? Hey, you like Robert Kiyosaki? I love Robert Kiyosaki too, right? So you find something in common and you build a relationship like that, right? Well, the thing is that still, how long is that going to take you? How many people are hanging on in the business section, right? That's why it takes you such a long time. And plus, you still need to learn how to have a rapport and how to build a relationship, how to talk to people. It just takes too much longer time, right? I'd rather put my message in front of the person who wants my product, who is searching right now for this product, right? And that's what's going to happen. So that's what's going to this new course that we're gonna come up is with Instagram. That's what you're gonna discover. That's what you're gonna be able to do. Is use Instagram to bring in the people, right? That's what we're gonna talk about. So if you're excited about that, write in the comment section. I'm excited, Nestor. This is pretty good stuff, right? Woo! I see Leslie right here. Yes, I use Instagram and hashtags now, but need direction there. Exactly, right? So we're gonna give you that direction. We're gonna give you that. How to basically properly use Instagram, how to use also different tools that you might be able to put stuff on autopilot, right? Because like one of the recent blog posts that I shared inside the Elite Marketing Academy is talking about how much traffic do you really need, right? How much traffic? If you haven't seen it and you're a cadet, I suggest you go to the thread right there and decide it and go to the blog and to the Elite Marketing Academy blog and watch that video. Because I talk there about how much traffic you need, right? And so you need a lot of traffic. You need a lot of people to look at your look at your ad or look at your picture or whatever it is, in order for you to be able to get a lead, right? And then you need a certain amount of leads in order for you to get a sale, right? So I mean, if you don't really know what you're doing and you're not targeting correctly, here's the truth. You should expect a sale. If let's say you're not targeting at all, right, and you're just randomly getting leads or something, if you're lucky, you should expect a sale every 30 to maybe 80 leads. All right, and that's just the truth, right? Why? Because a lot of people they're just a little nosy, they're just a little interested in what you got, and so they're not really targeted, right? My daughter keeps on falling. That's too hard, but she keeps on dropping this on herself, and it's just like she's a little sleepy. She just woke up from a nap, but now she's dropping it because she's mad. But you know what? Those are the real numbers. If you don't really know what you're doing, that's kind of what you should expect. When you start to learn how to target market this stuff, when you start to like really hone in on the target market, those numbers will naturally lower. All of a sudden, you should start to expect from every 30 leads, one sale. And then, as you get more better and better, maybe every 15 leads, you should get a sale. If you can hear me. Here, let me hold her for a little. No, she doesn't even want me to hold her. But so that's kind of how it is, right? So you start to have expectations because the thing is that the more targeted you are, and the more you're speaking to your target audience, and they're ready to buy. Of course, that's what's gonna naturally happen, right? You're not gonna need so many leads in order for you to make a sale. You're gonna be making a sale because it is possible to be getting about 15 to 30 leads a day and getting 1 to 2 sales a day. All right, it is possible. Right, I've done it before where I've gotten up to 3 sales in one day in my in my affiliate program, my network marketing company, 3 sales a day, and then constantly doing sales every other day. I mean, it's totally possible. I've had other members who were in my team who were actually getting, they were getting sales every day, right? They were doing a little better than I. Why? Because they were a little bit better at speaking, right? We all have different skills, right? They were actually getting on the phone with them. They were implementing other stuff, right? They had a little bit more time, right? Also, part of my leadership, part of my upline, they were bringing in like 5 a day using these same techniques, right? But of course, they were doing PPC. They were paying traffic, right? But you can see the power of this stuff, right? And I know all this stuff. They taught me all these things, right? And it's like I've implemented it, and I've done Facebook PPC, and I've brought in a lot of traffic and a lot of leads and a lot of sales and stuff, and I've done all this stuff, right? So I know this is true. It's just that the more targeted you are, the less leads you're gonna need, right? If you're not really targeted, we're looking about 30. And if you're not really getting any leads right now, don't worry. We're gonna teach you how to get leads. But if you're not really getting any leads right now, you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta get 80. I gotta get 30. Well, with this Instagram training, we're gonna teach you how to skip that stuff, right? Because I know some of the members right now are getting several leads right now, something from 16 leads or something a day, and they're not really converting, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with these cadets, and we're gonna bring that lead flow down where they can make more sales with lesser leads. Okay, but that's kind of what you're expecting. That's what you're expecting. If you're just randomly like sharing your stuff out there, really not targeting it, like I said, people are a little nosy. They want to see what's going on. Maybe they said something, maybe they're interested, but they're a little flaky. They're not ready to buy yet, right? This is why, and actually a part of the online marketing 101, in the last day number 5, we teach people how one of the quickest and best ways to convert people, right? So if you are a cadet, or if you're still not a cadet, you can just click the button below and become a cadet. You can go through this training, day number 5, and it teaches you how to do that. But you got to be consistent. See, consistency is the name of the game when it comes to online marketing, when it comes to everything. You got to be consistency, right? If you're doing it the traditional network marketing, you're going out there, you got to be consistent every day out there, talking to 5-10 people, going out. But that's exhausting, right? You got to go out there, you got to spend a lot of time. This is better. See, you're gonna be on your phone using Instagram, and the consistency is, right, I'm just gonna give you some. It's posting pictures, making sure that the message is correct, that the message is targeted, that the hashtags are targeted, that the picture is attracted, right? There's a science to it. There's a science also to the pictures, right? There's a formula. It's a formula to the type of pictures that in the amount of pictures that you gotta be posting, right? It's not random. Right? When you become a more professional marketer, a more professional entrepreneur, nothing you do is random. Everything you do is like chess. Everything you do is thought out. You understand what you're doing, right? If you see me posting a picture, I'm posting it for a reason, even if it's a family picture. That's how deep I go, right? Even if it's a family picture, I'm posting it for a reason, right? It's rare when I post something that doesn't have a reason behind it, right? And so we're gonna be teaching that more in the courses to come in the future. Right now, the academy is just barely born, right? The academy just started last month, right? So we're barely getting started. We're barely getting our juices going, right? The train is barely getting started and moving. Right now, what we're doing is just bringing more people. We're bringing more cadets into the academy. We want to, and one of the things that we want to do is start to create results, right? Every business its lifeline is to the leads, but in order for us to grow, we need results. We need you, the cadet, to start to get results because of the training that we're doing. So our main focus right now is how do we get you to get leads? How do we get you to start converting, right? Because once we can do that, hey, we got the credibility. We know that what we're doing is working, right? We know that what we're doing is working. We can move forward. We can use that, and we can start blasting off, helping thousands of more people that we want to help, right? But for right now, the lucky ones are the ones who are getting in right now, who are taking action right now, because those ones, you are the lucky one who are taking action right now, because we are going to focus so much on you that, 6 months from now, I don't know, I can't promise you, but 6 months from now, you might be making a lot of money. You might be having a lot of leads. You might be doing a lot. If you're excited about that, say, yes, I'm excited about that, right? I want to start succeeding in my business, right? I want to succeed in my affiliate program. I want to succeed in my home business. I want to succeed in that stuff. I want to hear from you if you want to succeed, right? Because that's the focus that we're doing. That's where we're going, right? And another thing that we're gonna start doing for members only right now. Yes, she's calling me. What do you want your cup? It doesn't have anything in it. She wants her cup. Is that we're gonna start to do our Thursday Thursday workshops. So what we're gonna do is every Thursday from now on. I believe it's gonna be the same time as right now. It's gonna be at either at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, just like at our Tuesday training. Right, but this is only gonna be for cadets, right? This is only gonna be for already cadets who are inside inside the Elite Marketing Academy. And every Thursday, what we're gonna have is workshops. And what is the workshops? There's this program called Zoom. I don't know if you guys heard it. There's limited seating also, so you guys gotta want to get there early. Make sure you guys get your seats. And the Zoom is where it's pretty cool, right? Because everybody is showing their camera, so instead of you only seeing me, you'll see me, but I'll see you, and you'll see all the other cadets that are in there, depending on how many are, right? Because we're getting started. I'm assuming there's not gonna be that much people, so there's probably gonna be room, but you're still gonna want to be there early because there might be more people who show up, right? I don't know. But you're gonna be able to see all these cadets, right? We've been in the Zoom programs where our teams, right, from our network marketing companies. I've been in a Zoom where there's been up to 300 people in there. It was amazing. It's like we've been out there up to 300 people, team members we've had in one of the Zoom programs, right? So it's very fun because it's like you're in a mini event, right? Because everybody's seeing each other through the camera. People have a chance to talk, right, and this and that. So what we're gonna be doing on this Thursday workshops is that, I want you to be ready, right? Come with your questions already ready. Come with your, be on your computer so you'll be ready to share, screen share, whatever you need to screen share, because we're not gonna be doing it for a long time. We're gonna be there, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get there, and we want to start to workshop, right? We want to be like, okay, what's going on? Show us your stuff. Show us your landing page. Show us your website. Show us your blog. Show us your ad, the Instagrams. To see what's going on. Because what we want to do in these workshops is work with you to see where your bottlenecks are, where you need help, and how we can tweak things around to get you results. So if you're excited about the workshops, I wanna, drop me a comment on the comment section below. If you're excited about these workshops, we're gonna start doing these workshops every Thursday from now on, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and like I said, it's gonna be pretty fun. And little by little, they're gonna get more fuller and fuller, right? Let me see. I hopped on late. Is there a replay to this? There is a replay to this. My cat got out, and I had to chase him. Oh man. Sorry about your cat, but yes, there is a replay. You can just watch it right after we're done. You can watch the whole replay, right? But I'm still laughing about the cat. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh about the cat. I know it's not funny. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's devastating because I wouldn't like my pet to go out there and run off, and I know how hard it is, right? But it's just kind of like I laugh at everything, right? My daughter starts to cry or something in front of me, and I start laughing because, to me, sometimes when it starts to get very stressful, I rather laugh about it than freak out about it, right? But with that, we're gonna have those. So the Instagram, you're gonna want to be there. You're gonna want to, get that course as soon as we have it available, and get on this Thursday. We're gonna start this Thursday, plus on the Terrence Freeman. Terrence Freeman, his specialty is basically getting on people's faces, right? He loves doing that. So, Terrence Freeman, he has connections all over the place. He knows people like Grant Cardone, Gary Vee, he knows Chris Record, a lot of the industry leaders, he knows them personally. And so what we're going to do in the future is we're going to start to bring some of these leaders and we're going to invite them, right? So the cool thing is the more people we can get into these workshops, the easier will be to get these leaders to come in and check your stuff out, right? That you're gonna be able to meet these people. I don't know who's gonna be inviting, right? He just told me, Nestor, just announce it, get ready, because I'm gonna start talking to a lot of the leaders out there and seeing if they want to come and help out with the Elite Academy at least once in a while, right? So once in a while we're gonna have these leaders in here from different industries, and to get into our workshops and work with you personally, right? So now imagine that, right? You got to be able to ask these multi-millionaires a question, right? And that would be pretty fun. So get ready for that. That's going to be in the future. So we're going to have a lot of goodies in the Elite Marketing Academy. We're trying to put a lot of value into this. We want to make sure that you guys are succeeding, and if you guys are liking the stuff, let us know on the group. Let us know. Let the other members know as well. What type of results you're getting, right? Even if it's like where it's like, oh, I loved I love this course, and this and that, and this is what I learned. If it's even a smidget of something that you got from our courses, let us know. That helps the other cadets also get involved. It helps them get excited, right? Because there's no way that anybody can succeed if they're not even going through the courses, right? So by you doing that, it motivates them, right? It lets them know that these courses are helping, right? And it lets us know as the instructors, it's like, hey, I'm doing a good job, right? And also let us know if something, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid if something that you didn't understand, or you're thinking, oh man, this doesn't work or something, or maybe you have a better idea, right? Maybe you have an idea of how we can create the Elite Marketing Academy a little bit better. Let that stuff us know, all right? Even if it's a critique like that, let us know critiques, because through critiques is how we can improve our services, right? How we can improve the academy for you, right? The better we become, the more success you're gonna have, right? Because that's kind of what we're looking for, right? one of the visions that we have is, later on we're gonna be having masterminds. We're gonna be one of my soon to be dreams, right? Maybe like by next year or 2 years from now, I would love to be able to start teaching in a fun way, right? Where we have a mastermind in a cruise line or something, right? And we all go there, we all can chill out, we all can get together, and we learn, right? We invite these leaders from industries, right, who are massively getting results, and we get them to teach you step by step what they're actually doing. My mission is to go out there into the industry and say, you're getting results. What is it that you're doing exactly? And bring you that information to the academy so you can know how to do it step by step, right? No more of this hypey thing. No more of this this blurry stuff. No, step by step, right? Even the courses that we have right now, we're gonna be improving upon them to make them even better and better. So we're gonna be having all that stuff in there. If you're liking this, make sure that yeah, people are liking, people are commenting, super excited, awesome. I'm just kind of, it's okay. He's backstage. Oh, I'm so glad that the cat's fine. Cool. I'm just reading the comments. Right. Awesome. I'm glad that you guys are commenting. Perfect. So we're gonna be having those things, right? We're gonna be having the workshops that are gonna be coming already on Thursday. So this Thursday is gonna be the first workshop. So, we're gonna put. If you're not a member of the cadet right now, if somebody invited you here, make sure you become a cadet by just clicking on the Facebook group and joining and requesting to join, right? If you're a cadet in there, you'll see the reminder. Go into the group once in a while. Also get in there, actually click and go actually into the group and scroll down, right? Because I know sometimes we just see the news feed and we actually don't go into the group, right? So go into the group, make sure you don't miss stuff, right? There's gonna be a lot of news in there. But no, she's crying again. But it's gonna be exciting. I'm trying to think about something else that we're going to be able to do, but I'm just excited about this workshop. I'm trying, because it sounds pretty cool. But let me see. Let me think about anything else before we wrap it up, right? I know today Terrence, he actually contacted me. He actually sent an event. He's meeting some Shark Tank. He went to an event where there's going to be some of the Shark Tank, the actual millionaires, So he's gonna be meeting them, and I know he's there right now, probably. And so that's gotta be pretty cool to talk to him about that. But let me see what else. So we got that. We got this, right? Yeah, like I said, our training is basically like if you missed the first part of the recording, I kind of talked about this. We're moving forward to where my mindset. I come from the brick and mortar mindset, right? And my mindset is like, if you were my employee, I don't want you to spend not even a month trying to figure this thing out before you can start getting results, right? If I'm your employer, I'm gonna train you to start getting results now, right? So that's my mindset. Every kind of training that we're gonna have in the Elite Marketing Academy is gonna be designed that way, where when somebody comes in, even like as a fresh new person, it's like, how can we get this new person? Like if I was hiring somebody, right? I'm hiring somebody, and it's like, how do I get this person that doesn't know anything about what we're doing, and we need them to go out there and drive traffic and generate leads and convert those leads into sales, right? Because that's what we're looking for in the business, right? So how do we get this new employee and train them in a week or 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks or so, and get them to that, at least to start to generate like now, right? Maybe a few leads and a few sales a week or something, right? How can we get them to that point? After that, we can work with that person, and train them and have higher training where we can elevate them, right? How can we elevate them now? How can we, you don't want to stay at that, and plateau at that level. You want to elevate them, right? So now, but at least we got them to be generating some sort of result now, right? Because that's what we need. Then throughout a month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, we get them to start getting more results, right? 6 months from now, right? We get them to get more results, right? It was Terrence and I were talking about, how are we gonna have people graduate from the Elite Marketing Academy, right? And I told him, it's like, you know what? The only way that we can actually, let's say we don't have a grading system, we don't have A to C or A to B or BC or whatever it is, grading systems, and we don't have any kind of that, we don't have any kind of test. So I was telling him, I was like, wouldn't it be cool that if we can have a system where where the people who are graduating, right, or the how we're gonna do report cards are based on their results, right? It's kind of like if you're getting an A, it's because you're generating 10 to 15 leads a day or something, right? Or and you're generating like a one sale a day or two sales, one sale a week or something. That's like you're getting a B or an A, right? But to graduate from the academy, I told us like to graduate from the academy. And this, we might take, maybe 6 months, a year, maybe it will take you maybe 2 years. I don't know, right? We still haven't figured it out. But how cool would it be that people who are graduating from the academy, we say, you know what? You got your diploma, you got everything you need because you're making 10 grand a month in whatever company you're at, right? We can't. I'm not promising you this, but all I'm saying is like that would be a cool way to have somebody graduated, right? It's like by our training, by going through our courses, they learned enough to be able to generate 10 grand a month, right? Or 20 grand a month, or 30 grand a month, right? And that would be their diploma, right? That would be their diploma, right? Would be like, here, congratulations, right? Congratulations, you're making $10,000 in your company because of what you learned in the Elite Marketing Academy. You have just graduated from the academy, right? And so that's kind of what we're thinking of. That would be like, man, that would be so much fun to be able to do that. That would be so great because instead of you having a diploma, like when you go places, your diploma will be your income. I like that, right? I'd rather go to college, right? Go to the university and have the university be like, you can't graduate the university until you're actually making money, right? And that's kind of how we're thinking. It's like you can't graduate from the Elite Marketing Academy until you're making at least 10 grand a month, right? That excites you. Drop me a comment on the comment section. That excites me. And it excites me not because I'm gonna be making the 10 grand, but because you're gonna be making the 10 grand, right? And it excites me because I'm like, man, then that means, like I said at the beginning, right? I love to train. That's when I was in a Pizza Hut, when I was in my own restaurant, I got excited training. And as you can see my excitement right now, right? Me being an instructor. And to an instructor, to a trainer, to a teacher, there's nothing better than seeing the student that you taught be successful. That's kind of like the best feeling ever from an instructor point of view, to see your student, your cadet, like succeeding, right, with what you taught them. That's like the best honor because it's kind of like, wow. I mean, that's awesome. And that's what we want here in the academy, right? It's like we want you to graduate. We want you to graduate with honors, right? Maybe graduating with honors would be like 20 grand a month. I don't know, right? But we'll figure out how we got to do all this stuff, right? But I just kind of want to wrap it up really quick. We're gonna be coming up. Get ready for that Instagram course. Make sure you guys grab yourself that or sign yourself up into that course that is gonna be coming up, and enlist yourself, right? Enlist yourself into that course. Also get ready because on this Thursday we're gonna have our first workshop. These workshops they're not gonna be public like these hangouts. They are actually gonna be only for cadets only. Right? Only active cadets are going to be able to attend these workshops. And these workshops are going to be good because we're going to go and check whatever you're doing and give you tips and give you, we're going to actually be able to see what you're doing because we're going to get on Zoom and we're actually going to be able to see what you're doing and give you tips and pointers on what to do. We're going to be able to see everybody's faces and everything, right? Plus the excitement of what's to come in the future, right? All that stuff that's going to be coming in the near future. And everything is done. Everything that we're doing is for you. Everything we're doing is always like, how do we get our cadets to succeed? How do we get our cadets to move forward? How do we get our cadets to actually implement the information? How do we get our cadets to get excited enough to go through the courses, right? Because that's where the information is. How do we get all our cadets to do this? And that's what we're focusing in the Elite Marketing Academy, and that's where we're moving towards. And as long as you're here and you're, right now we're just getting started. Like I said, I'm trying to remember when we started. I think we're barely gonna hit a month, right? I don't even think we've hit a month, but so be patient with us. These things are coming in soon. It's gonna kind of seem a little slow right now at the beginning because we're, it's just us right now, kind of, Terrence and I. We just brought another partner into it. His name is Nestor as well. I was hoping he was gonna be able to be here, but he got caught up in doing his own things right now. So we got another partner in. He's an expert on doing a bunch of other stuff. So now that we have another partner, we might be able to work a little faster. But we're working forward. We're working as fast as we can, right? Oh, and here's one of the other things. This is one of the last things I wanted to do. Uh, one of the things that I envisioned from the Elite Marketing Academy is where we're seen as a #1 training center for everybody, right? So if whenever somebody is gonna go into some, let's say, they're gonna go into a network marketing company, or they're gonna go into a real estate agency, or they're gonna become some sort of sales something, and they're gonna need some sort of training for online marketing. We're gonna be the #1 sought after, and that's what I'm envisioning. Where when you're building a team, you can feel confident that you can bring them in here, and by the time they graduate, imagine if you're like right now, if you're in a network marketing company, you're trying to sponsor people, you're trying to bring people in, right? Imagine this, where that you can send them over to the academy, they can become a cadet, and when they're graduated, they're making 20 grand, 10 grand or something a month under you, right? How much product are they going to be moving under you, right? How many other people? Because that means that they're brought other people also under them, right? So what we want is we want to be the trainers. We want to be the trainers. Let the company focus on the product, right? Let you focus on motivating your new recruits, right? You focus on that, right? You can focus on your home meetings. You can focus on the stuff. Let us train for you. Let us train for you. Don't worry about the training no more, right? Bring him into the academy and we'll train him for you, right? And there is no cross recruiting. We're not a network marketing company. We're never going to become a network marketing company. We're never going to be, pitching any network company. We don't want that stuff. We're never going to pitch any kind of, deal, right? We might tell you, okay, you need a program like let's say like what we offer in the line, that you need Get Response, right? That has an affiliate program, right? But it's a tool you need, right? So we will be saying, okay, you're gonna need this tool, or you're gonna need that tool, right? You're gonna need this program, this blog, or whatever it is that you're gonna need. But we're never really gonna say, okay, yeah, get into this, get into this deal or something like that, right? We ain't gonna do that. That's what you're gonna do. You have your own members. You're gonna be doing that stuff. We respect you. We're gonna respect you. We're gonna respect everybody in here, and we're also going to trust you guys to respect each other, to not be like cross recruiting or anything like that, right? There's no need for that, right? There's 7 billion people in the world, right? When you do online marketing, you open up your business to the whole world, right? I have I was able to generate members in my network marketing company from Canada, from England, from Africa, from New Zealand, from Australia. I had members all over the world. All over the world I had members, right? And I still do. I mean, I'm still kind of part of that, but I'm kind of leaving that little by little, but I don't want to kind of leave them hanging, right? But it's kind of like, but I had members from all over the world. So now imagine this. It's kind of, you don't need to be cross recruiting. There's no need for that stuff. There's enough for everybody. There is enough for everybody, right? It's kind of like you can just target New Zealand if you want. You can just target England if you want. You can just target, Africa if you want. You can just target certain countries. There is no need for this, for this feeling of like competition. There is no need for feeling of competition. Where? Sorry, my oldest daughter is asking for ice cream. Hold on, I'll be right there. We're almost gonna be done. So with that, my friends, let's get on this. Let's be active. Let's go through the training, right? Let us know what you guys need. And next Tuesday, we're gonna be back again, right? Sharing some more information, sharing some more tips and stuff in the Tuesday night trainings on every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right. And also, if you're a cadet already, if you are not a cadet, become a cadet by clicking the button below and request access to our Facebook group. That's a way that you become a cadet right now. And so by becoming a cadet, you're going to have access to our Thursday night workshops. All right. So you're going to want to be in that workshop. With that, my friends, thank you so much for being here. I'm loving all the comments that you guys are leaving me right there. My first day. All right. Yeah, Rebecca, I know that it's his first day. Yeah, that's good. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Leslie. I must have been one of the first. I've been with you a month. All right. Yeah, yes. Yeah, actually, Leslie, You were one almost since the beginning, because we just got started. I see Terrence, Terrence Freeman right here doing some stuff. Awesome, guys, awesome. I'm loving all these quests. So I gotta go, my friends. My oldest daughter wants, I think the ice cream truck is outside or something. I can't see it, but I'm gonna have to go buy her some ice cream right now. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all inside the academy. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you, and I appreciate it. I love you, every single one of you. Let's go out there. Let's make it happen. Let's get results. Let's get results, right? Because that's what we want. Then results means what? Money, and money means freedom, right? Let's get you some freedom. With that, my friend, thank you so much. I'll see you next Tuesday. And if you're a cadet already, I'll see you actually on Thursday on the workshop. Bye for now, guys.